Why don't we get started on your sticky buns?
Okay. I have a ½ ounce of fresh yeast here, and I prefer fresh yeast to the granular type.
Why is that?
I just think it has more flavor.
Okay.
And I just like the feel of it. It's like yeast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeast. Those other things are like packets of little, like, you know, what are those little things? Sea monkeys?
Sea
You know,
monkeys.
those little eggs, you know, where brine shrimp would come out of. Yeah, so like, I mean, it's fine, and you can use it. And I'm going to proof this by taking the yeast and breaking it up into some milk that is at, they call it blood temperature. It should be 98.6 degrees approximately. Put some sugar in there and whisk it together. And this will foam up. It'll get, because the yeast will be reborn, you know. And
it starts to double and procreate, doesn't it?
You'll see bubbles coming up there. We'll let that come up, and we'll start making the filling. And I have already melted some butter in here, and I'm going to add some
dark brown sugar,
and we'll just whisk that together. Do you mind whisking that together?
Keep that going. Am I
just to get it melted, and I'm going to take my baking pan
I'm just
and
dissolving
paint it with
sugar.
some butter. We just have to dissolve that.
Is this for the topping of the sticky buns?
This is for the topping, but we have to make the topping first because it's backwards and upside down day today.
So the topping's going in the bottom.
Right. So the topping's going in the bottom. We have to do the topping before we do the bottoming.
Right. Okay.
You know, it's all, everything's in reverse.
Is this ready? Can I dump that in?
Yeah, that looks pretty good, and we'll dump that in and spread it around, and it goes. Ooh, yeah.
Very sticky already.
It already looks sticky, exactly.
Okay.
And pecans in, we'll just spread it around.
Let me do that for you.
Great, and I'm going to start this. This is already proofing. I can see it bubbling up. I'm going to add it to my mixer. And then I'm going to add 2 eggs and a little salt. And I've got a dough hook fitted in here, and I'm going to crank this up, and on number 1, I'm going to turn it on.
So using a dough hook.
Yeah, a dough hook to mix everything up. And then I'm going to add my flour slowly, just to get it all in, get a dough going in there.
Okay.
And then once the flour is absorbed, I'm going to take soft butter and feed it in. You know, I'm going to turn this up, I think.
Okay.
Just to get it going a little faster. Yeah, and then what I'll just do is put my dough in a bowl so it can start rising, popping up.
How's your dough going?
It's looking great. It's getting nice and pliable.
So it's coming together. Oh,
yeah, the gluten.
It looks like a sweet bread dough.
Yeah, exactly.
That looks great.
All the gluten's developing in there.
How much are you going to mix that?
I'm going to let this go for around 3 minutes, and then put it in a bowl, cover it up, and let it start rising.
Okay. Oh, so it's going to look just like that one.
And it will end up looking like this.
Great. Oh, I'm going to keep working on this caramel, and then we're going to go to break, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up these sticky buns. Welcome back to Sweet Dreams. I'm Gail Gann, and my buddy Wayne Harley Brockman's here with me today. We're making upside-down desserts, and I've still got some work to do on my creme caramel. But let's go finish your dough.
Okay. We've got our dough. It's risen up here, and we've punched it down once. We're going to punch it down when we take it out again. And when you punch it down,
you literally
punch it down. Oh, I hate you to pieces a million times. I hate these Mises to pieces. Okay.
So this is the dough for the sticky buns.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And then just pull it out.
Okay. Throw it down.
And just knead it a little bit.
Do you want a little flour in there or no?
Yeah, I can use a little bench flour there. Thanks.
Do the twist.
Great. Right on my pan will be fine. And we're going to roll this out to around 8 inches by 18 inches.
So a long rectangle.
Yeah, and you can see it's a yeast dough, and it has gluten in it, so it's going to keep stretching and bouncing back.
I see it's kind of pulling back a little bit.
Yeah, it will pull back. You know, just be persistent, and it will be just fine. Another trick you could do is really lean over it, and if you want nice and square, go on the diagonal.
To get the corners?
Yeah, to get the corners, or else you get a blob instead of a nice rectangle.
Do you ever let it rest in the fridge for a second?
Yeah, that helps too, because the
butter gets cold then.
The butter gets cold, and the gluten calms down a little, it relaxes. This is starting to look pretty good. I think we'll be able to
All right, let's get
Roll
the
this.
filling in there.
Okay. I'm going to stretch
What
it
do
out
we do
here.
next?
I'm going to paint it with a little melted butter.
Little glue on
Yeah, a
there.
little glue and also a little flavor.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to mix together some cinnamon and some sugar and sprinkle it on.
That's what my mom used to do for my toast in the morning.
You want to get a nice coating of that on there.
Big, good, thick coating of it.
Yeah.
Don't be shy with this
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. We're not kidding around. These are sticky
Sticky
buns. And then we'll roll it up.
Did you have sticky buns when you were a kid?
Yeah, we did. I mean, Mom didn't make them. You keep saying, oh, Mom made this, Mom. And we bought them. We bought them, you know.
I used to live in the hometown of Sara Lee Bakery, so we had everything.
Wow.
And we thought it was homemade because it was right from our hometown.
And now we're just going to cut these.
All right. You know how I do that sometimes? I use dental floss, and I wrap it around and squeeze it. Did you ever do that?
No, but you do that when I make my mama liga.
What's mama liga?
Mama liga is Romanian polenta.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Yeah?
It's polenta Romanian style. And,
Agaségedra.
yeah, exactly. Yes.
Gesundheit in Hungarian.
That is?
Yeah.
Oh, agaségedra. I'll have to remember that. Next time I sneeze, I'm just going to lay these out and then let them proof up until they're doubled in bulk. You know, just lay them out.
Usually takes how long?
Oh, this can take, in a warm place, it can take an hour.
Okay, so not real long.
Yeah.
And then you bake it?
And then we're going to bake these 350 degrees for around 30 to 35 minutes.
He's got his sticky buns here that he just turned out. And then we did your sticky buns.
That's
Pecan
right,
sticky
yeah.
buns. Very sticky and gooey and upside down.
That's right.